Recently, strange lights and unexpected formations have left Californians staring upward in disbelief.
And out of this opening crawls a very large, what I understood to be an 8-foot tall black creature with a head and no neck and a torso, arms and legs. No details or features noted on it.
There was a second witness standing right beside the other guy with the infrared technology. All he could see was a dull yellow light that had expanded to about 4 feet in diameter.
In recent days, a bizarre opening has appeared high above the state. This was a shimmering anomaly that many now suspect could be a UPA portal.
For sure. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yo, it's like that thing they showed on the
Oh,
road.
whoa, 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 whoa. What is that?
With the sightings increasing, residents are left wondering what exactly has arrived in their skies.
Look.
We're back here at this.
Oh my goodness.
That's literally the entrance to hell.
Portal in California sky. A late-night sky watcher in California has reported what he believes might be a possible UAP portal, appearing high above his backyard garden in the early morning hours of Sunday, August 17th. The footage is now circulating online and gaining rapid attention among UFO researchers and curious viewers. The witness had been documenting unexplained aerial activity for months and saw what seemed like a hot spot in the sky. This was an area where unusual luminous objects repeatedly appear night after night. He revealed that his location actually showed a lot of aerial activity, causing him to question whether it could be some form of interdimensional gateway or a stable point where unidentified aerial phenomena routinely emerge. The recorded video was captured using a night vision camera and shows a cluster of bright, fast-moving spheres of light traversing the same narrow region of the sky. Some appear faint and distant, while others flare dramatically. It briefly becomes bright enough to be visible to the naked eye. The formation and timing of these objects felt too coordinated to dismiss as coincidence. The portal in the footage was where a luminous, hazy opening appeared to shimmer at the center of the hot spot. As several orbs pass through, the brightness intensifies, creating the impression of an entry point or window. The shape is irregular, described by the witness as a glowing oval, expanding and contracting as objects seem to transition in or out. There's no scientific confirmation that the anomaly is a portal, but there have been many theories and speculations online about what the portal might be. If the portal is real, it could be a point of arrival or departure for interdimensional craft, but some skeptics say it might represent atmospheric plasma, a lensing effect, or a natural phenomenon that is not yet classified. The video also showed dozens of smaller objects, some barely visible except through night vision, moving in curved or intelligent trajectories. A few passed directly overhead, causing the witness to notice that the timing was almost planned. But this isn't the only time a portal has been spotted in California, as 29 Palms Desert also faced a weird object that moved erratically before it instantly disappeared in front of the witness. 29 Palms Desert Portal. A striking new video from 29 Palms Desert in California has now ignited new speculation about the possibility of portals in the sky. The footage was recorded on April 27th at about 10:27 p.m., showing a massive, brilliantly illuminated hexagonal object hovering in the night sky before shifting shape, pulsing with light, and darting in erratic patterns. The witness was staying alone in a remote cabin and couldn't believe his eyes when he saw a spacecraft brighter than the full moon, defying any recognizable human-made aircraft. In the recording, the object transitions from a sharp six-sided form into a smooth circular shape, expanding and contracting as if it was responding to an unseen force. This was an effect that has reminded some observers of a possible opening or a portal. The sighting has attracted significant attention because of the witness's detailed account and how clear the footage was. A report was submitted to the National UFO Reporting Center, and they noticed that the witness was sober, and the desert skies were clear at the time of the event. The object was visible for about 15 minutes, appearing and disappearing as if it was moving between layers of atmosphere. The video is attracting the attention of researchers and skeptics around the world, causing discussions about whether the craft is physically present or blocked by some dimensional distortion. Many experts tried to identify what the object was at first. New4C analysts tried to settle everyone down, saying that the light might have been caused by a SpaceX Falcon 9 launch. Yet the rocket had launched from Florida earlier that day, and so it couldn't have produced such a phenomenon over the Southern California skies at that area. There were other so-called rational explanations, such as a frozen rocket fuel reflecting sunlight, as this usually causes spiral and geometric sky formations, which failed to align with the timing, brightness, and unusual morphine of the object. Still in California, which is the state in the U.S. with some of the most UFO sightings, these portals have been popping up and barely seen by witnesses. But aside from this, there have been others who noticed portals around the world, like doors or caves that open one on one side but seem to lead to nowhere. Gateway to Hell. One of the shocking portals in the world is deep in the heart of the arid Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan, which lies one of the most dramatic geological features on Earth. It's a crater near the village of Darvaza, often dubbed the Gateway to Hell or Door to Hell. It's officially known as the Darvaza Gas Crater. The massive pit has been burning for decades, with a glow visible from far across the desert, and that makes it more mythical. The crater's story dates back to 1971, when Soviet engineers drilling for natural gas tapped into an underground cavern filled with methane. The ground collapsed beneath their rig, opening a 60 to 70 meter wide and 20 to 30 meter deep hole. To prevent any dangerous fumes from spreading, they decided to set the gas alight. They expected the hole to burn for about a few days or weeks, only for the fire to keep raging continuously for more than half a century. But the crater looks too much like a portal because of its otherworldly appearance. There's a yawning hole in the desert floor, rim glowing orange and red with flaming methane, and heat shimmering in the air above it. Some ufologists and experts have said that this place might actually be the entrance to another realm, which is why it was covered by methane. After all, it's been burning for decades. It might just be a dimension instead of a geological oddity. Despite the myths, the Turkmen government keeps on trying to seal or extinguish the fire because of the health hazards or environmental risks. Scientists have been monitoring the site, and they haven't seen anything come out of it. But there are still theories that it might actually be a portal to another place. And then, if you go to China, you can see what they call the Dragon's Gate, which many suspect might open to another dimension. Longmen Fortress Door. Deep in China's Henan province, just south of the ancient city of Luoyang, the Longmen Grottoes stand a monumental display of human ingenuity. There are cliffs carved over centuries into what seems to be an impenetrable rock face, and this creates the largest collection of Chinese Buddhist stone carvings. The sheer scale of the site, cliff face entrances, and dramatic settings have caused many to suspect that these caves might actually lead to another location. Carved with the limestone cliffs of Mount Longmen and Mount Xiang along the Yi River, the grottos stretch across about 1 kilometer, encompassing over 2,300 caves and niches, more than 100,000 Buddhist statues, and nearly 2,800 inscribed steles. The most suspicious part is the name. The location itself is called Longmen, which translates as Dragon's Gate, and historically the valley between the two cliffs was known as Yi Kwe, or the Gate of Yi River. Many suspect that this ancient gate might have been a portal centuries ago, and is now closed down because we simply don't know how to open it up again. Some theories say that it would have taken more effort than you might think to carve door-like openings high in the cliff's face. Those spots are only accessible by precarious paths, and it points to something extraordinary. Mainstream theories say that this is a Buddhist devotional and funerary site, but some also suspect that it's a hidden portal or a threshold between worlds. Work on the site started around the late Northern Wei dynasty and intensified through the Sui and Tang dynasties. It spanned several centuries of devotion and state patronage. The caves themselves were often accessed through cliffside stairways and narrow corridors, adding to their secluded and mysterious aura. These doors are carved into rock, but they only seem like carvings. But to UFO enthusiasts and those interested in aliens, this might just be a portal to a whole new dimension. Skull Cave. Deep in the dense jungle of Milne Bay Province in Papua New Guinea, the site known as the Tawwali Skull Cave is an example of ancient burial practices and the enduring mystery of human ritual. But it might also be a portal to the past. Located near Bilubilu in the Alatau region, the cave is reached via a steep stairway carved by villagers. Inside lie piles of human skulls and skeletal remains, countable by the hundreds, solemnly arranged over centuries. According to local custom, when an honored person died, the remains were initially buried upright beneath clay pots. After decomposition, the skulls were removed and placed in the cave as memorials of respect for the deceased. The cave's atmosphere was dark, cramped, and humid, and added to its eerie sense of otherworldliness, almost as if it were not just a burial ground, but a threshold into a different realm. In fact, there are similar caves like these in the Philippines, which have sparked discussions among archaeologists and UFO enthusiasts. These caves are usually called funerary sites, but their aura, and the fact that they hardly see the end, has caused many to believe it's actually a portal to past lives or spiritual realms. Although something terrifying has been seen in the California skies, not all portals are actually in the sky. Some might actually lead to other worlds like past lives, or in the case of the next point, a world of giants. Giant Door.
Look!
Deep on the north coast of Northern Ireland, the Giant's Causeway is a scene of natural drama and mythic resonance. There are millions of basalt columns forming a stepping stone path into the sea, born of volcanic lava flows some 50 to 60 million years ago. The site's extraordinary visual character has also spurred legends, and more recently, internet buzz about a mysterious giant door, or giant's portal appearing among the rocks. From a scientific vantage, the causeway was formed when molten basalt intruded into the ancient chalk bedrock, cooled, contracted, and fractured into nearly hexagonal columns. The result is approximately 40,000 interlocking columns, marking a unique and dramatic coastline. But there seems to be something more. According to the Irish locals, the hero giant Finn McCool built the causeway to reach Scotland in a confrontation with his rival giant Benandonner. So this might not be as natural as you might think. Shockingly, a video showing a massive rock door sliding shut among the columns at the Causeway has caused many to be curious about what this meant. The footage showed a mysterious door closing among the rock formations, but till now, no one knows where this door might lead to and no one wants to find out. Magic Tomb. Going to Egypt, you might also find something terrifying in the tombs, which seem to be gateways between life, death, and beyond. The ancient tombs of Egypt continue to fascinate modern imagination. Among their most evocative and meaningful features are what scholars call false doors. These are carved or painted door-like panels built into tomb chapels and burial complexes, deeply embedded in ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife. A false door is not meant to function like an ordinary entrance. Instead, it served as a spiritual threshold, a place where the living and deceased could connect, where offerings could reach the departed, and where the soul, the Kai, could pass between the mortal realm and the realm of the dead. Typically set on the western wall of the tomb chapel, since the West was sacred to the land of the dead, these doors often feature inscriptions naming the deceased, listing offerings, and sometimes depicting the tomb owners seated before tables piled with food. In recent archaeological findings, the significance of false doors have resurfaced. The newly discovered tomb of a 5th dynasty official at Saqqara contains a striking pink granite false door, one of the largest ever found. Some say that this might be the doorway to the afterlife. These doors invite us to view portals through time and existence, bridging the world of the living with that of ancestors, gods, and the unknown. Also in Egypt, there's a temple which is said to teleport you to the stars. Temple of Abidos. The Temple of Seti I at Abidos in Egypt, often loosely referred to as the Temple of Abidos, has captured both scholarly interest and imagination. Built in the 13th century BCE during the reign of Pharaoh Seti I, and later modified by his son Ramesses II, the temple is a major cult center for worship of Osiris, the Egyptian god of the afterlife and rebirth. Behind the main temple lies a mysterious subterranean structure called the Osirion. This water-surrounded hall, reached by a long underground passage, features a central platform surrounded by channels of water, large monolithic pillars, and a layout that causes many to suspect it might be a portal. The architectural and symbolic features had caused many to guess that the temple, or at least the Osirion, might have functioned as a kind of portal that spiritually or physically connects to another world. It might connect to earthly and divine realms, or enable time travel or interdimensional travel. Proponents of these ideas often highlight the temple's subterranean chamber, water-surrounded island, and celestial alignments as evidence of its purported role as a cosmic gateway. Egyptians have a lot of theories about portals, and even cog basins have been theorized to form a portal between worlds. Cog basins. The site Abu Gorab in Egypt, especially its Sun Temple complex built under Nayusra Ini during the 5th dynasty, includes a curious set of large alabaster basins alongside a central altar and remains of an obelisk. Inside the temple courtyard stood 9 or 10 circular alabaster basins placed along the eastern wall. Some scholars hypothesize they were used for ritual purposes, perhaps to hold blood from sacrificial animals. This view is supported by grooves carved into the stone floor, which might have served as drainage channels. Conversely, other Egyptologists argue there is no direct evidence of knives or animal remains at the site, suggesting the basins may instead have been symbolic, decorative, or used for offerings or libations rather than actual sacrifices. Beyond these mainstream interpretations, some alternative theories claim the basins are not merely ritual vessels, but components of ancient technology. These cog basins might have formed part of a machine or device, perhaps even a portal or a point of access between worlds. Proponents of this idea note that the alabaster dishes reportedly show highly precise workmanship, smooth inner surfaces, circular tool marks, and gear-like designs on their rims. These features, they argue, resemble mechanical parts more than religious fixtures. What do you think the truth is? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. So, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.